Never could have been thinking I would know what the future bring. All the highs and lows, said I'm gonna win, though the world might spin. Now I'm sitting here like I'm no one. It rains down on me, all the phone calls I'm ignoring. See,
welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you guys see by the title, today's video is going to be all about a physique update, kind of what my training plan is like right now, what my nutrition is like, and what my current goals are. So I feel like this is something I haven't really talked about in a long time, because I feel like I used to have my page on Instagram be really focused about like myself and my journey, but now I really have switched gears towards more so like how can I help you guys, posting about, you know, my client transformations and client testimonials, and posting workouts that will help you guys, and really making that shift, which I really love to be able to provide you guys with that value, and to be able to like educate you guys and help you guys on different things, because I remember what it was like when I first started out and didn't really know anything. But with that being said, I do want to be able to like share my journey too, and I feel like YouTube will be a really fun space for me to be able to do that, because I can kind of open up and talk a little bit more than I can on Instagram. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I am a bikini competitor. I competed, my last show was July of last year, so July of 2019, and it is now November of 2020. So it's been over a year, which is the longest time I've taken off. Before that, I've done 2 shows. So my first show that I did was in August of 2018, and I coached myself through that show. I actually won, took first place, became nationally qualified, took a like 6-month off season, and I hired a coach to help me, which was a great experience. But in the long run, I really feel like I feel like I enjoy coaching myself, just because I've learned so much about how my body responds, and I feel like coaching myself makes me a better coach to others, because I can relate more, and I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I get to learn more about myself. However, I will say having a coach is very nice for the accountability aspect. But for me, especially when I'm on prep, the accountability hasn't been my issue. However, not on prep, the past year, it really has. I feel like in the beginning of my off season, this most recent one, this whole year off, I was kind of recovering from dieting for so long. I had so much going on in my life. I moved across the country, I got married, I graduated, I competed. What else? I feel like there's several other things, such big things that happen. So it was like a lot of up, and then all of a sudden it was just like this big crash down. Like I just really hit like a kind of dark place where I was just really depressed. I think it was like post-show blues, it was post-wedding blues, moving and not knowing anybody here, and I was working from home, so I didn't meet anybody, and then I did end up getting a job, ended up really not liking that job. It was not the right fit for me, so that really like added to my stress levels, added to me feeling miserable, and I kind of put my goals totally to the side. I just didn't focus on myself, and I just kind of did what I could do to get by. So I definitely wasn't like working out as often as I used to. I definitely was working out. The gym has always been like my form of therapy and my place that I will always enjoy. I didn't start that way, kind of gradually built up to that. So I was still working out. I wasn't, really tracking macros at all. I just kind of needed a break after dieting for so long and after being so strict. Like I don't have a problem tracking macros for a long time. The issue was that I had to be 100%. And so it really put a lot of like, just so much food focused. Like I was constantly food focused, because I had come from just competing where I had to track every single thing that I ate, and hit my numbers every single day perfectly. And that's the difference between competing and just like a lifestyle cut or lifestyle, getting healthy, tracking your macros, is that I didn't mess up. I was 100% on point, and I never expect that from my clients, because it's a lifestyle thing. Like what I was doing on prep is not sustainable. I could not sustain that long term. That body weight, that level of leanness, and also the lifestyle of being that rigid and that structured. So long story short, what I'm trying to say is I took a long time off of tracking. I really didn't track for a long time. I got very uncomfortable in my body because I went through a lot of periods too where I was just overeating because I was so tired of dieting. I was so hungry. My body wasn't responding well. I had lost my period several times. I did get it back, within about a month, 2 months after my competition, which is really, really important. I will never, obviously I can't control that, but I'll never go long periods of time without my period because that is really important for women's hormonal health, so being that lean is not healthy long term, and that's why you can't sustain it. But so I had gained a good amount of weight. I gained probably almost 30 pounds up from my stage weight, which granted my stage weight, I was like this big, like literally like tiny. It's crazy. I didn't even realize at the time how tiny I was. I feel like this is becoming a longer chit chat than I wanted it to be, but I kind of feel like I had to give some background as far as like where I've come from. So the past few months, if you guys have, been following along on Instagram, you guys heard me talk about wanting to start a cut, and I did post about it. And then I feel like life just kind of hit me again. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she, I went out there for a while, and it was really hard to like be able to diet, and then when I come back it just wasn't the right time, and my head just wasn't in it, and I would get down on myself for not being in it because I was like, how was I so in it before on prep? How was I 100% and like had no problem like making that switch to be in it, and now I couldn't even like track macros. I just needed a break, and I thought my body was ready, but I really wasn't ready. And it's been maybe a month or two now that I've actually been tracking consistently as far as like 5-6 days a week. I will have an untracked day here and there, but for the most part I've been tracking, and I've been tracking kind of, to hit numbers, but also just to kind of get back in the swing of things and kind of, feel like I have a goal to work on towards myself, because I feel like, I've really been working on growing my business, growing, my clientele, and really helping my clients. And that will always be there. I will always, want to help my clients, right? This is what I love doing. I love to be able to help others. And I love giving them that feeling of confidence and achieving their goals. But I kind of put myself on the back burner. I'm like, all right, you know what? No more. I'm going to be a better coach when I can be at my best too. So I've really been trying to focus more on my training and really putting effort into my training, really training with purpose, and also just, paying attention to my nutrition and not just being lazy. I feel like before I was just like, well, it doesn't matter if I eat this and I'll have this and I don't really care if I track this. And, I'm trying to just get back in the swing of things. And this is a period where I'm trying to learn like balance. I hate that word, but like with prep, it's not balance. And after prep, it wasn't balanced because I feel like I went on the other opposite end. And so I really feel like I found a good balance with like making sure that I'm taking care of my health, but also like not being so strict that I don't, enjoy things here and there and go out to eat and like have fun and live my life. And that's really what I preach to my clients. So obviously that's something I need to follow myself. And so with that being said, I am tracking macros. I do have a goal of kind of leaning out. However, I'm not going to put a number on it. I'm not going to be like hardcore, I'm doing a cut, because I think for myself, like that's where I would have an issue, was because I was like, I couldn't make that switch in a sense. And I would get down on myself for like, why can't I just go all into it? And I don't want this to be like an all or nothing thing. I want it to be like, let me do this for me. And before I was doing it for prep, and now it's like, this is for me. So I need to do it how I need to do it. And this is how I need to do it. So yes, I am in like kind of a cut. However, I'm being very relaxed about it. So my weight, I've actually lost about 6 pounds or so within the past like 2.5 months. So that's, been really good. But again, like my weight does fluctuate. Weight fluctuates a lot. You guys would have, well, actually, I'm not sure if I would have put the clip before. I probably put the, my like physique update clip before this. I'm still getting used to how editing and YouTube video and everything. But you guys saw it, and on there I would have put my stats and everything so you guys can see, where I'm at. I'm not going to share my macros just because those are my macros. I don't want you following them thinking that you're going to get the same results, because we're all so individualized. And if you're curious about macros, I did make a podcast episode all about macros, and kind of diving into like why people's macros are so different, and why it can be helpful to track macros. So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna be sharing my macros. I will probably do physique updates every now and then. I'm not gonna, you know, set a schedule where I'm like gonna do it every single week for you guys. I am coaching myself. I am checking in with myself every single week. Monday is my check-in day. It is a lot of my clients' check-in day too. So I check in with myself, take pictures, and I send myself an email with all of the same information that I have my clients do, so I can really keep track of my own progress and, you know, be a coach for myself. So with that being said, my training right now, I kind of want to dive into that. So right now I'm doing, as far as cardio, I'm doing 5 days, about 20 minutes of cardio. I'm doing an incline walk on a treadmill. Again, don't copy my cardio thinking it'll work for you. It's very dependent on what your goals are. And a lot of that I just do to also get in some steps because I'm very sedentary. I work from home. I sit down at my computer like 90% of the day. So making sure I'm getting in some movement and walking around is really helpful. So I have my training plan on my phone with me here. I wrote it myself. I'm not going to share everything because this is a very specific training plan towards me, my goals, and I'm, you know, just not going to share everything. But my split is right now 5 days a week. I have 2 rest days. So I take Saturday and Wednesday as my rest days. So technically my week is starting on Thursday because I have 2 like heavier days and then 3 hypertrophy days. Hypertrophy just meaning like focusing on building muscle. So my Thursday is a full upper body, my Friday is a full lower body, then I rest for Saturday. Sunday is a pull and accessory, so back, biceps, and a little bit of glutes. And then yeah, that's on Sunday. Monday is a push day, so that's chest, triceps, and shoulders. And then Tuesday is a full lower body day. So I'm doing lower body twice a week with a little bit of glutes on another day. My main areas I want to focus on, you know, are my shoulders, my upper body, but also my glutes for sure, just because eventually I do want to do another competition, and that is important for bikini competitions, but also, I mean, who doesn't want a bigger, nicer butt? I feel like we can always want a nicer butt. So that's my training plan. That's kind of what it looks like right now. So like I said, I am doing a cut. I am kind of dieting through the holidays. However, I'm being very, very, very relaxed about it. And I'm not going to like give myself specific goals. I'm kind of just going to take it week by week, day by day, and see what it is that I need and kind of update you guys along the way. So I just wanted to kind of do a little bit rundown since I haven't really posted about my cut since I first posted about it, because I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I feel like it's been something I've been struggling with, like, do I want to cut? Do I not want to cut? What do I want to do? And like, I didn't want to say something when I wasn't sure what I want to do, and I was like, I shouldn't have said that I was going to do a cut because now I haven't been. And so long story short, I feel like this is just something I've had to figure out myself. But I do want to, you know, as I'm doing YouTube, share a lot of those things with you guys. So to be able to kind of open up and talk to you guys, like, where's my headspace at? And I'm sure some of you guys can relate, like, especially with this year 2020 has just been so weird that I really feel like it's been hard to really focus on myself. I feel like I'm just getting by, and I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to that. So with that being said, that's all for this video. Might put a workout in or so, you guys will know by now. But I just wanted to have a little video kind of about physique update and what my current goals are. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. And like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video.